Previously on Star Wars Darth Vader Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader is looking for Jedi who took the Barash vow before the Purge. The Barash vow is a self-imposed isolation, closing oneself off from everything, meant to be a form of penitence. Vader finds out about a Jedi named infil'a, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Like a lot of these names in the comics and the books, I've never heard them spoken, so I don't know. So I'm gonna say infil'a. Infil'a is a Jedi who took the Barash vow a long time ago, and Vader has his location pinpointed. Issue 3. We open on Jedi Master infil'a meditating and practicing combat a little bit with a droid named Erix. Erix is telling infil'a that the path he's choosing to go down is difficult. Why not take the easy route and live a simple, happy life, he says. Infil'a resists this, saying that he is a Jedi. Infil'a was assembling Padawan traps, and Padawan traps are artifacts from the Jedi Order that were kept within the Jedi Monastery on the moon of Alderaan. According to Wikipedia, Padawan traps could be elevated into the sky with the help of telekinesis, which required considerable effort and distraction during fights. And that's pretty much all that's known about Padawan traps, I guess. I'm sure something will come out in the future giving the concept more context, but right now it seems we have information on how they're used, but not exactly what they do or what they're for. I mean, Padawan traps. I guess they're just traps, I don't know. They seem to be some kind of combat training device, maybe? I really don't know. Anyway, infil'a feels a dark presence approaching, and it's Vader's ship. He flings a Padawan trap at Vader's ship, rendering it useless for a few days according to Vader's droid, and then Vader goes on the hunt for the Jedi. The conversation between Vader and infil'a is great, mainly because Vader really doesn't speak. The only thing he says to infil'a is the word yes. He says yes like twice, I think. While infil'a is running his mouth, figuring out Vader's plan, talking about kicking his ass, his master's ass, restoring the Jedi Order, Vader is just kind of sitting there listening to it, taking a beating, not saying a word, almost toying with infil'a in a way, being patient, biding his time. Infil'a knows that Vader is the murderer. He's behind the purge, the slaughter of his own people. Infil'a then declares his Barash complete, saying he now knows his path. So, they're on Pasval Mountain, which is a sacred Jedi place, used for training, used to test Jedi. The higher you go up on the mountain, the more challenging it gets. But infil'a decides to turn off all the traps and booby traps that are there, and confront Vader one-on-one. The art in this issue really tells the tale for itself. While it is neat to have the dialogue from infil'a and the droid, the most powerful moments in this issue are the silent moments. Vader constantly moving forward and pushing, not saying a word. I like the lore of this issue. I like how we saw more of what the Barash vow means. You know, this issue kind of reminded me of the Mortis arc from the Clone Wars in a way, for whatever reason. I think it's just the mystery of this place, of this mountain, of the situation, you know? But yeah, it's way different than Mortis, don't get me wrong. But it kind of gave me that same vibe. Ultimately, Vader gets his ass handed to him in this issue, and is thrown off of a cliff, which is actually my favorite panel in this issue. This panel, Vader, tattered, torn, and broken, being launched off of a cliff. On to the next issue. HelloGreedo, out.